Good afternoon, Cub fans. Welcome to episode 119 of It's a Family Thing. We are going to talk a little playoff baseball. Today the Cleveland Guardians wrapped up their series against the Detroit Tigers.
Yeah, it was a good series.
With the full five.
Yeah, I thought Detroit was going to pull that one out, and then they didn't. Yeah,
they got the Scooble, which is, not the thing teams have done against him. He's been ridiculously good all year. And then last night, the Dodgers wrapped up their series, 5-game series against the Pods. Kind of handled them the last two games, actually, pretty easily.
Yeah, their bullpen is pretty solid.
So the last time, we did our World Series predictions, and Logan, I think your teams are out.
Both my teams are out.
Yeah, Philadelphia and...
it was Philly and the Orioles.
And I
both bounced after the first round.
And I believe I picked the Pods and the Guardians. So one of my teams is out.
I honestly think that New York can probably take LA.
That opens up tomorrow night, I believe.
Yeah.
So New York Mets and Los Angeles Dodgers are in the NLCS, and then we have the Guardians and the New York Yankees in the ALCS starting Monday night.
Hold on.
I'm talking again?
Yeah.
Okay. Hi, we're back, I guess. Whatever. All right. So like we said, it's the Mets and the Dodgers in the NLCS, and Cleveland, New York, ALCS starting Monday night. The National League One is starting tomorrow night.
So who would you take in the NLCS it'd be DS?
No, the NLCS.
Yeah.
Yes.
Championship.
These are the League Championship Series. I am going to take the New York Metropolitans.
Alright.
That's what I'm taking.
I am also going to take the Mets.
Alright. American League?
I'm going with Cleveland.
Well, I have to stay with Cleveland.
Yeah.
That was my pick to go to the World Series.
So, we have a guest.
Our guest
is my son, Kaiden.
My grandson, Kaiden.
Yo, what's up, guys?
So, Kaiden.
Sup?
We are going to ask you, who is your picks between, we got the Yankees and the Guardians in the AL.
Mm-hmm.
Who are you going for?
I'm gonna say Yankees.
Okay.
And then we have the Mets and the Dodgers in the NL.
Since you guys picked Mets, I'm gonna go Dodgers.
Nobody has picked a all New York World Series. That would be interesting.
Yeah, that would be interesting.
I'm going with the Mets because they have no quit in them.
They are pretty good as well. So
that helps.
Yeah. I mean, the Dodgers are good too, so I mean, it's a good pick. But
and then the Yankees are pretty good too.
Yes.
All these teams are.
Well,
good.
yeah, but.
But basically, I have a question for you, Dad.
Okay.
So you kind of brought it up last time, throughout the week. If the Dodgers don't go to the World Series, do you think Dave Roberts' job is on the line?
I think it might be a conversation. He's been given every viable player out there in any given year that he's managed, right? He's been given a lot of players, right, to build that team. Those teams are always good out in LA. I think he has one World Series to show.
Which was the 2020.
The 2020 shortened season. But, they've won a lot of division titles out there.
Yeah.
And not really... It's kind of like the Braves of the 90s, right?
Mm-hmm.
A lot of division titles, one World Series. So a lot of people would look at that and say, that's kind of disappointing, underachieving, right? So I wouldn't be surprised if he were to. But I don't think he will.
Yeah, I mean, you have the best player on planet Earth, called Shohei Ohtani.
Yeah.
And you have Mookie Betts and Freeman. Just those top three guys are enough to say that you should do something in the playoffs and go to the World Series.
Yeah, I mean it's one thing to be given every asset that you could possibly get, right?
Yeah.
That's a lot of pressure on a team, on a manager. Like, everybody in the world is expecting the Dodgers to win the World Series, right?
Yeah.
I mean, if they don't, it'll be a complete disappointment to their fan base.
Yeah,
right?
I mean,
it's a lot of pressure.
It's
You
tons of pressure.
You go and spend $1 billion on two guys. Right?
Yeah.
Now we all know about the
Deferred money.
Ohtani deferred money, but still, it's a $700 million contract.
Yeah.
Yamamoto's contract was $325 million, right?
Yeah.
So that's a lot of money to spend.
Yeah, and then they had Glasnow, he got injured.
Yeah.
And then they had Kershaw. I don't think he's on the
No, I don't think he is either.
playoff rotation.
On the roster.
But
But they have had injuries to their pitching.
yeah, their starting rotation has
But
been
so has everybody. Everybody's
Yeah.
had stuff to deal with, right?
Yeah.
Nobody feels sorry for them. They're not feeling sorry for themselves. Yeah, I think Dave Roberts is under a little bit of pressure to win a World Series.
Yeah. So that was our little. So Ken has the Dodgers and the Yankees,
That's a good,
and then I have
that's a good series.
the
I like that.
Guardians and Mets,
Same.
and then you have the same.
Same. So Kaiden is.
All right.
So
Yeah,
we
you
are
go.
gonna shift over to Ken has a couple questions for us, and then we may or may not ask him other questions as well.
All right. So my first question is, Dad, what is your favorite player and why? And what is their cons and pluses? Like, why do you like them and why do you not like them?
But are you talking about past, present,
Your
like,
favorite
Past,
player.
present, like anytime.
Oh,
Like past and present.
Yeah, your favorite player. I think
Yeah,
that's
past
fair.
and
It could
present.
be anything.
Yeah.
Right?
You can pick two people if you want to, like past and
that's
present.
such
Yeah.
a hard question because there's been so many good teams.
Yeah.
If
And different if you said like favorite Cub.
it's a Cubs
Podcast.
podcast,
It is a Cubs
I mean,
podcast, so we're gonna go with the Cubs.
I think it's.
Okay, who's your favorite Cub player?
All right,
Past
you're
and
not wrong, but look,
He's gonna refine his question.
I think if we were to say somebody other than a Cub, I don't think we could
Yeah.
get beat up for that. But
Yeah.
all right, so favorite Cub. All right, that helps me out a lot. I mean, because there's a lot of really good players that have played
Yeah.
over the course of time.
So I'm gonna go with two players. One from the present team.
Mhm.
I'm gonna say PCA. Pete Crow Armstrong.
he is really good. He has a good hand. He has a good arm. Not
So-
arm, but like
He's one of those guys that doesn't have a whole lot of give up in him.
no, yeah.
And you've
Yeah,
been
I've
watching
seen
more,
it. Yeah.
more games with me this year, so you've seen some of these home run snags from. like,
He looks
Robs.
scrawny, but he's actually really strong. He has a really good batting. He has a good batting hit. So
So I mean, if he can figure out how to get on base and be patient,
Mm-hmm.
then he's gonna be a hell of a player.
He's probably gonna be like not number one, but like he's gonna be really close to the number one like baseball player that is like actually really it's very rare that like you find someone that's good at catching. Has he ever pitched?
No,
he's an outfielder.
He's an outfielder.
so
He's good at catching. It's very rare to have like all three skills: catching, batting, and running.
Well, it's really rare to have all five tools.
Oh yeah, hitting, running, catching, first base.
No, okay. So it's 5 tools are hitting, power. Well, it's contact, power,
speed, catch,
defense,
fielding,
offense. No, not offense.
I don't know what the 5th one is.
Hell, there's 5 tools though.
There is 5 tools. Is it,
I got you. Let me switch it up real quick.
Is it speed? Like running speed?
It's contact, power, speed, defense.
Average. Like hitting for average.
That's contact, yeah.
Constantly. Power, speed, throwing arm strength.
Yeah, there is hitting for average, hitting for power, speed, sprint speed, throwing, and fielding.
Yeah, it's very rare to find all 5 of those.
Yeah, so PCA he's really good defensively. Right?
Yes, yeah.
So for whatever reason, baseball has an 80.
Yeah.
Scorecard on all these things. So 80 is the top, not 100. I don't know why it's 80, but it's 80.
Yeah.
So he's an 80 defender.
Yeah.
Right? So his hitting for power and so I wouldn't say that PCA is necessarily a 5-tool guy.
Mm-hmm.
But
he's a 3. He's a 3 probably.
I think he can get there.
No, he can for sure get there if he wants to pitch. I feel like
he's not gonna pitch, Kay.
I know, but if no, because if he catches it and if he has good throws it really good, that'll be another one. So he already has 3 probably.
Yeah, he's
average.
A couple of people this year.
So his sprint speed is outstanding.
Yeah, sprint constant.
His fielding
constant. Power. So that's 4, right?
Yeah, but he has to work on his average.
His average. Yeah.
Yeah.
My other player I'm gonna go with is he was on the World Series team, and he is a shortstop. He's not doing so great with the Tigers because he got hurt.
How did he get hurt?
I'm not really sure. But Javi Baez was probably my favorite player during that whole World Series run.
El Mago.
That's a cool nickname.
It means magic.
I know.
But
is it Spanish for magic? El Mango? Is Spanish for magic? Yeah.
Magician.
Yeah.
But he was an exciting player. Every time that there was a throw to second base, you expected
him to catch it.
To
shortstop it,
do something magical.
Mm-hmm. That's why his name is El Mango, whatever. Yeah.
But he
Mango.
Mago.
Mago. Okay.
Yeah. But he's really good at just his defense was great. My favorite play with him was the rundown.
Between first base and home.
First base and home.
Yeah. Well, it kind of all fell into place when the first baseman for the Pirates didn't just turn around and step on first base.
Yeah.
He baited him into, getting them into a rundown, and in the end